Shan Blue makes my horses to follow, and I kind of feel that this horse he's both well handicapped, but he's also got a really straightforward plan for me now that he's 10 and able to run in veterans races. He can run in those veterans series handicap chases, and I feel there's a real obvious plan with him to, do what they can with him. So recently he's been running a bit better. After finishing, back when he fell at Wetherby in October 2021, he was going to win the Charlie Hall chase by lengths, wasn't he? He was going to win it comfortably. He was 20 lengths ahead when he fell 3 out. We then didn't see him until he returned to Cheltenham for the Ryanair, where he finished 6th of 7, Grade 1. Wasn't good enough for that. Dropped to a handicap for the Betway handicap at Aintree. Finished 2nd. You can see it was 10 people picked him in the Nap Comp that day. He finished 2nd behind Sam Brown. Was Sam Brown our top-rated horse that day? I'm just going to have a look. Finished 2nd to Sam Brown off 148. And I thought he ran really well, just couldn't beat Sam Brown. Now, Sam Brown has done well even since then. After winning that, what did he go and do? He stuck around. He went up to a mark of 159. He's since won again off 147 in a veterans race. He then went to Ascot and he's won another veterans race of 151. So he's still quite high in the handicap. He's rated 156 still, £9 higher. Whereas Shan Blue is actually £5 lower than when they ran way back in 2022. But then recently he's been running well. Just checking, Sam Brown wasn't top rated. He's been running well recently. So after 3 consecutive pulled up efforts at Wetherby in a handicap, Cheltenham in a handicap hurdle, and then Chepstow in a Grand National trial on heavy going, pulled up in all 3 of those. They then returned to Ascot, dropped him in trip. I think there was more of a let's get some confidence back into the horse, back on better going on good ground. Cheek pieces were on, and he ran well. He finished 3rd behind Triple Trade and Harper's Brook off a mark of 142. Now, I think he wanted further than that. And then eventually, back in February, he did eventually step back up in trip. Went for the Swinley Handicap Chase, a feature handicap. It was worth 57 grand for the winner, or just shy, 50 quid less than 57 grand. Jumped left on a few occasions. Really tried still only beaten a length and a half by 3 under through 5, and Rapper. Finished 3rd, beat Victorino, beat Ballet Griffin Cottage, beat Larry, obviously really loves Ascot. So that was a really good run. In an open handicap, not against fellow veterans. Granted, the 2 in front of him were 9 and 10, but there was also younger horses in the race. Now, he can now go into the veterans races, and I think there's a real obvious plan with him. The first one, there's a qualifier at Aintree. And interestingly, that qualifier is the second highest prize money, behind the final itself. Surely you go back for that. So he's been to Aintree, twice? Having a look. Aintree here and Aintree here. He finished 2nd on both occasions. He got beat by Chantry House in a Grade 1 Mild May, and he finished 2nd to Sam Brown off a £5 higher mark. So that's the qualifier that he could run in. And then you go to Sandown for the final, which looks obvious as well. What's the final? The final is at Sandown. What's his form like at Sandown? He's had the 1 run at Sandown before. He finished 2nd in the Grade 1 Scilly Isles behind Sporting John. I mean, it looks really obvious for Shan Blue now that he's a veteran where to go with him. Aintree qualifier, you then might give him another qualifier, end up in the final at Sandown, win that, get a load of prize money for a horse that's probably on the downgrade, but can now run in veterans races against older horses that are definitely on the downgrade.